The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome. This is TVWAN News. I'm Mary Silla Kelaton. In this edition, a Madang group sets sights on Mount Everest. Court clears Isoimo, and PNG Boxing receives recognition. The Friends of the Madang Provincial Hospital are preparing for their annual fundraising climb, which is set for October this year. They plan to travel to Nepal to trek to the base camp of Mount Everest, an estimated 5,000 meters in height. The organization was established after members experienced personal loss. Friends of the Madang Provincial Hospital was created to proactively support the hospital. Interim Vice Chairperson Pamela Eugenio outlined that this year they aim to back the cervical cancer early detection and treatment clinic and the Madang Provincial Hospital crucial facilities that rely heavily on donations. The cancer clinic not only caters to Madang but also women from the Highlands region and Morbe. The group aims to raise 100,000 kina from their climb this year, with Eugenio anticipating support from individuals, business houses and organizations from within the country and abroad. Police presence at the western borders of Papua New Guinea continue to be low despite the potential of illegal activities happening along those borders. Assistant Police Commissioner Border Peter Phillips says the lack of police in police stations and police posts along border districts remains a problem and is something they need to look into. While the Papua New Guinea Defence Force patrols the borders to keep them safe, illegal activities continue to flourish here and is evident with the number of inmates in the core cells in Jayapura.
ACP Philip is concerned that there are more than 200 PNG citizens imprisoned in Jayapura for crimes relating to drugs. Most of these people, he says, are from the East and West Sepik and the Highlands provinces.
A lot of the people are habitual offenders. They go to Indonesia, after they had a child, so they know how to cooperate, so they come back and they go. Some of them have been in prison on many occasions.
ACP Philip is calling on PNG citizens living along the border to respect the laws of Indonesia to save themselves. Once in Indonesia's custody, nothing much can be done to save them.
But when they finish and come back, they must change their attitude. They should not be going and coming as prison camp as going to visit their family or relatives there. One of these days, we might learn that our citizens are being sought because it's a different nation, that is different law, different way of dealing with these very serious issues.
With concerns of illegal gun trade along the border, ACP Phillips says police can only do so much given the manpower and resources they have. He also raised concerns of guns being sold by PNG dealers to Indonesia.
We have firearms that also go across the border. We have issues where people have reported it, but we cannot trace up where firearms are going out to other countries. So we have people coming to Papua New Guinea and buy firearms and taking them out. So we keep saying come in, but we have not talked about going out. So it's a very difficult and complex issue.
Phillips says while much of the talk and effort has been concentrated on land patrols and the illegal trade of guns across these land borders, the shipping industry has been left unchecked and might be contributing to the rise in the entry of illegal firearms into the country.
People load firearms into the containers and the containers come into Papua New Guinea. We have not checked containers. We have not check the shipping industry. We are only talking about firearms coming from Indonesia. Have we talked about the containers that are coming from other countries?
ACP Philip is in charge of the land borders along East and West Sepik and Western provinces. Ruth Rongola, TV1 News.
The Supreme Court has upheld the application of review by Peter Isoaimo of an earlier court decision that nullified his win at the 2022 national general election. Isoaimo filed an application on the 3rd of November 2023 seeking the Supreme Court to review the decision of the National Court made on June 29, 2023 in the matter of the election petition by Paru Aihi against him and the Electoral Commissioner. Isoaimo's win was challenged by Aihi on the grounds of bribery, and the National Court ruled that there was sufficient evidence and ordered for a by-election. The National Court in its decision was satisfied that a dinghy Isoaimo bought for a group of people in his electorate, which was managed by one of its campaign managers and transported people to and fro during the election, was done with intention to induce people to vote him. Isoaimo challenged this decision at the High Court and finally received the decision yesterday. Presiding Judge Justice Susan Purdon Sally in her ruling stated that there was no evidence of bribery because the dinghy was bought with good purpose, basically to assist with the safe movement of the voters. Outside of court, lawyer representing Isoaimo, George Kaut, explained further the decision of the court.
Essentially, the first order the court made was that the applicants, being Honorable Member Mr. Isoaimo's application for leave to review filed 3rd November 2023 is granted. Secondly, the National Court decision of Aihi v. Isoaimo 2013, PGNC 282, numbered 10368, is quashed in its entirety.
Kaut added that the decision by the Supreme Court in effect makes Isoaimo the MP for Kairuku.
That in effect means that he is the member now for Kairuku.
A satisfied Isoaimo welcomed this decision and is happy to return to serve his people.
Yeah, but I'm thankful to the jury. All along I've had confidence that I have done nothing wrong. In fact, the last 3 elections, I got elected as member.
Members of the Madang Provincial Assembly are fuming over reports publicized over the media about the welcome reception hosted for the returning Provincial Administrator Frank Lau. Leader of government business in the Madang Provincial Executive Council and President of Yawar local level government, Thomas Kuangi, stated that the reception was a political ploy and not reflective of the majority's views.
Jacob Makimbi, a community leader from Ariagon in Yawar local LLG of Bogia district, has come out to clear the air following media publicity purporting Madang leaders and landowners were represented during Frank Lau's welcome. Makimbi said this does not represent the interest of all the people in all 4 corners of Madang province. He said the gathering on Monday was organized by Frank Lau's close-knit allies, who he claims are not indigenous leaders of Madang.
All bell, all must take him bell long or late now, not taking more Narapro district. Only talk, when something bell, he think him longer. All must consult him people, all Narapro district, where people make him up Madang province.
Makimbi challenged the local Bell people who live near Madang town to stop being selfish by allowing outsiders to speak on their behalf, especially in conducting the customary ritual of sharing bitter nut to broker peace.
People only man no place too much looking service. All man no place now plenty heavy work long, finding more long, side long, natural disasters. All not looking this service problem, administration reaching more. No this me like once again appeal no brother no bell. No getting bell people too much.
While there are divisions among the provincial administration staff, the stay order taken by Frank Lau will ultimately compel all to comply with in order to avoid being in contempt of court. until and when a judicial review has been completed. Jasmine Irojak, TV1 News.
Mission Aviation Fellowship Technologies is reintroducing high-frequency radios to isolated and remote health posts for ease of communication in service delivery. Deputy Workshop Manager Julian Wolf and MAF technician Stephen Zota are part of a team bringing radio communication to the Wasengla health post in the West Sepik province to enable contact with other health service providers and government establishments.
The Deputy Director for the Public Health Service in Vanimo, Symphorian Sumun, described the challenge of working in such isolation. Sumun said it is difficult for immediate patient care and support during emergencies or the dissemination of health messaging and information to health workers, especially in remote areas where mobile coverage or road accessibility is non-existent. The installation of the HF radio and maintenance work in the community health post means it can connect with other communities and healthcare workers.
Kilo Alpha, request start for a flight to Gokadimi. We've got 1 TOB requesting 5,500 feet, radio 175.
Kilo Alpha, radio 175, 5,005, 1 TOB, taxi runway.
According to Sumun, the health post had suffered from instances of vandalism and theft occurring regularly. However, they still go ahead to purchase new batteries or panels to replace those stolen or vandalized just to ensure there is communication between rural health workers and those from the district or provincial head offices. Sumun plans to continue to restore radio communications to all their health facilities in the West Sepik province and prioritize health posts in remote areas. He is happy with the service that MAF Technologies provides to ensure that radios for health workers are functional and looks forward to continuing the work with MAF Technologies. Jasmine Irojak, TV1 News.
TV1 News continues when we come back. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made. Open lens.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bunyam Yumi.
A quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier but you like it more.
Thanks for staying with us. Bulolo District yesterday became the first district in TVWAN to present its 2021, 2022 and 2023 DSIP acquittals to the Department of Implementation and Rural Development. The reports were finished with both physical and financial expenditures on projects and programs implemented in the district. The District of Bulolo yesterday had their district acquittals for the years 2021, 2022 and 2023 presented to the Department of Implementation and Rural Development by Bulolo MP Sam Basil Jr. and Administrator Joe Peru. The reports presented not only included acquittals on the District Services Improvement Program or DSIP, but also reports for the District Support Grant and non-district support grant.
Acquittals, not some, but all acquittals dating back to, for the DSIP, dating back to 2021, 2022 and 2023 last year, meaning that we are up to date. We are the first district in TVWAN, which covers Morobe and Madang, to be up to date with our DSIP acquittals, which are on the table now.
Senior staff of the Department of Implementation and Rural Development, in receiving the reports, informed the Bulolo MP and Administrator of plans to move all reporting of acquittals onto a cloud-based platform called the Bilum Digital Reporting System.
Bilum Digital Platform, which we are going to roll out soon. Maybe in future we'll do a paperless thing instead of this one.
As and when projects are being planned and budgeted and implemented, this platform will capture all the relevant details, indicators. It will track the implementation of the projects and expenditure in line with your respective 5-year development plan, which is aligned to the medium-term development plan 4.
The Bilum Digital Reporting System introduced by DIRD will strengthen accountability, transparency and ultimately improve service delivery for Papua New Guinea's rural majority. The Bilum Platform Initiative is built incorporating the governance framework of the Service Improvement Program, PSIP and DSIP to ensure and maintain compliance. Turning overseas, a Sydney barrister has won a defamation case against Nine Network over stories about an ownership dispute involving an Instagram famous cavoodle. Gina Edwards was awarded $150,000 in damages after a court found she was wrongly portrayed as a thief who stole the dog for her own financial benefit.
For the occasion, he may not be a KC or an SC, but most thought he was a QT. Oscar the Cavoodle arrived at the federal court with his owner, barrister Gina Edwards, for decision day in a defamation battle against Nine.
Justice has been done. I'm very grateful to the court, and now I can move on with helping people as a barrister, which is all I ever wanted.
She sued the broadcaster and journalist Steve Marshall over 2 current affair broadcasts and online articles. They covered an ownership dispute between Ms Edwards and former friend Mark Gillespie. The judge found Nine falsely implied Ms Edwards stole Oscar and did so for her own financial benefit. He said the 2 broadcasts mostly sided with Mr Gillespie and were sensationalist, if not hyperbolic. The broadcasts and the articles portrayed Ms Edwards in a most unfavourable light. A civil case about the disputed ownership ended in November 2021, when Ms Edwards was declared Oscar's owner. The judge today found the broadcaster had failed to show the imputations were substantially true and awarded $150,000 in damages. Ms Edwards previously tried to settle the case for $40,000.
I'm very grateful to the court and for all the love and support that we've had. And now we can get back to enjoying the parks and our lives.
The end of a long and complex tale.
An alliance of Peak Islamic groups has called for the classification of religiously motivated terrorism to be removed from Australia's terror laws. The group, led by National Imams Council, says the laws marginalize the Muslim community and fuel Islamophobia.
400 counter-terrorism police, 13 raids and 6 teenagers charged with planning or preparing to commit a terrorist act.
We will allege that these individuals adhere to a religiously motivated, violent extremist ideology.
Now, an alliance of Islamic groups is calling for an immediate inquiry into the processes that led to the raids.
The lack of evidence pointing to a concrete threat or plan among these youths, as noted by senior police officials, calls into question both the necessity and the manner of these operations.
The groups also singled out ASIO head Mike Burgess, accusing him of using charged language.
Sunni violent extremism poses the greatest religiously motivated extremist threat in Australia.
They want the term religiously motivated terrorism removed from Australia's terrorism laws.
The presumption that terrorism is inherently tied to religion is not only inaccurate but also harmful.
ASIO says the term religiously motivated violent extremism allows it to accurately categorise a security threat based on its primary motivation. Saying ASIO does not investigate people because of their religious views, ASIO is concerned with actual or potential violence. The Premier agrees.
The truth of the matter is that we do need to confront religious extremism. Some of it manifests itself in terrorism, and it's important that there's a comprehensive police and security response.
A sensitive debate with no easy answer.
And that ends the news segment. Sports is next. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait time, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaru, get up a big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Magic the taste PNG loves.
All Mama Flame is not all same.
Me say you seen flame flower long one him. Me say me Kim Kai Kai belong family belong me. You go more yet.
Man belong me save like him flower balls belong me what them kawa war na spring onion. All pikinini belong me save like him to mas pineapple donut me save walk him lo house. Ne make kumu mix him on them cow na karama pim long flower.
Tasty hash browns.
Time is scaling one time wala pela Kai Kai. Me save kissing more Kai Kai long all get a toya me tromoy one time flame flower.
You enough making more one time flame flour.
Hardware House is more than just a store. It is where quality meets affordability, where culture is proudly celebrated. Spanning 9 provinces, we pride ourselves in offering top-notch customer support and services. We're more than just a store. We're more than a brand. We are Hardware House.
Harimol got the rice lovers. Me plaka 300,000 kina scale school money long win him. Sans belong you lo win him 1,000 kina. 300 per lucky line by winning inside long 4 plus fortnight. Sans belong you lo win a big plus thread. By 1 kg he going up 20 kg scale or ori rice. Cut him this la stamp na put him inside long envelope and the full name na contact details long you. Na drop him inside long entry box long store. Promotion by Pinis long March 29, 2024. Hurry up na win big plus 1 scale na ori rice. Piani mi lo social media long save mo. Terms na conditionista.
Welcome back. PNG Boxing Union has received recognition from the International Boxing Association, or IBA, after producing an impressive performance at the recent Pacific Games in the Solomon Islands. Now, their pathway into International Boxing Association is clear as they prepare to take part in the series of regional championships, including fighting in the World Series Circuit tournament.
The president of PNG Boxing Union, Dr. Gideon Candino, has provided that the PNG Boxing's path is clear with the International Boxing Association as they look forward to the regional and international events. Dr. Candino said their fights at the recent Pacific Games in the Solomon Islands did them well as they got the recognition from the IBA.
Because PNG Boxing Union has done very well by winning 8 gold medals, IBA has recognized us, so they'll be paying for 7 male, 6 women, and 7 officials to go to Russia in September for the World Friendly Games, and there'll be all expenses paid.
He further said there will be prize money paid for in these events, but the union is not sure how much. He said technically, PNG Boxing Union is not amateur anymore. PNG Boxing's path is more aligned with IBA, which means that PNG champion boxers like John Ume, Allen Owaike, Kendo Steven and others are internationals. Dr. Candino further highlighted the importance of PNG boxers winning the regional championships and making their way into World Boxing Series circuit.
If they win the Oceania Championships in Fiji in in November, they qualify to then go on to the World Boxing Series circuit, which the finals will be in Morocco in December. So they have an automatic qualification there. So if they win the championships there, the prize money is $500,000 US. So the pathways from amateur to professional is now clear. So the fact that we had 8 boxers winning gold in the Pacific Games, the challenge is on us now to then win in the Oceanian Championships and then have a direct pathway to the World Championships.
The president of PNG Boxing Union Inc. concluded that the opportunity has now opened up for the PNG boxers, as the onus is up to them to do their best in the regional and international events to get through to the World Series circuit. Meanwhile, the PNG Boxing Union Inc. is hosting its annual Kokoda Boxing Cup Challenge tomorrow at the Lamana Boxing Club. This will be one of the preparation events for the Oceania Championships, as well as for the Olympic qualifying tournament in Thailand next month. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
Women's soccer is booming in Australia since the nationwide support of the Matildas during the Women's World Cup last year. But girls from African families in Western Sydney say they're still trying to convince parents about the benefits of playing sport.
23-year-old Kevin Opia wants to show everyone that African women can play soccer.
I want them to also see us, see me, and see any other girl out in the fields and just want to be there without any conflict, coming from the back.
It took a while for her to gain the confidence to start playing against her twin brother Robert and his friends at the park.
My mum wanted me to focus more on my education, whereas my brother, he kind of had that pursuit from her to just keep pushing and, go after his dreams.
Opia didn't join a team until she reached high school.
I started to see that people saw potential in me when I was playing. So, that made me really, excited and really accepted within the sport.
They're just as good as the men. They can hold their own.
The heroics of the Matildas, as well as the African sides in the Women's World Cup last year, has sparked a conversation about encouraging girls from African families to play sport.
You'd have a girl, the mum would be happy for her to stay home, watch the kids, while the boys go out, go kick a football.
Later this year, a new tournament for African women called Karma Umoja will kick off.
It's one of the first Women's Cup in New South Wales for women of colour. Solely based just for us.
Before COVID, the African Cup organisers could only get one girls team together. They're confident they'll have several at Karma Umoja this year.
It's going to be a good year for sure for South Sudan team.
There's plenty of pride among these footballers.
And now the weather forecast. This is a renewal strong wind warning issued by Papua New Guinea National Weather Service for all coastal waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Island to Port Moresby to Hood Point and the island of Samarai, Sudest, Misima, Russell to Goodenough, including Finchafan to Vitia Strait. Strong southeasterly winds of 25 to 33 knots are expected to persist for the next 24 hours, causing rough seas. All small crafts and boats are advised to take necessary precautions before going out to sea, especially in the warning areas. And that ends the news tonight. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.